Hello, friends. It is another update time. I haven't done one in a couple of days. And I was kind of feeling like I was doing too many and I was boring. But I do have a little bit of an update here for you. So I've been thinking about a bunch of different things and what's been going on and wasn't sure what was happening because folks, the travel nursing world is changing. It's been evolving over the past few years. I was never a traveler before. I was new to this whole thing just over the past few months, but even just seeing it from the perspective of a staff nurse, watching what's going on with the travelers, we've always had ebbs and flows in the use of travelers. Previously to all the chaos of the world, we would use travelers mainly like if a bunch of people were going on vacation, like during the summer times, the big peak vacation times, or if a hospital was doing something like software updates, like going to that new crazy EMR system and they end up having people go to trainings and stuff. So different things like that. Nursing goes in ebbs and flows too with staffing and nursing shortages. They've talked about that on and off for a number of years. So yeah, it's never been 100% like, you know, traveling is fairly secure, but it's not 100% guarantee. I just noticed over the past few weeks that I've been looking at the travel jobs online. I do check that every once in a while. At least for my travel agency, there aren't a whole lot of options. There's like nothing in Idaho. Even where I'm currently at, they have taken the job posting down off of that board. And there used to be, I used to see a whole bunch on like um, for Southern Idaho, like there was a bunch, and there's nothing. So I can tell, even though we're coming up onto the peak vacation times when sometimes hospitals will utilize travelers to take care of, outages while their main staff goes through vacation time, which is a little curious, in my opinion. But I don't know. I have my theories as to why that's happening. But anyway, so I was trying to figure out what was going on. I had talked to my recruiter about extending my contract, and we didn't hear back for a little bit. And then I just hadn't heard back from my recruiter today. Of course, it's always, she'll text me when I'm sleeping and be like, I need an answer right now. I'm sleeping. So I did get back to her and talk to her. So we have extended my contract now for another 13-week assignment. Um, but I don't know. Just watching what's going on with traveling as far as like the number of postings are way down. And I'm hearing through the grapevine that hospitals may be trying to phase out travelers. Is that because of the cost? I know travel nursing is like the past 2 years it's been the highest pretty much I think that's ever been for pay for a traveler. I'm not getting paid what I know a lot of travelers, especially in the high need areas, are nowhere near that. Being that I'm in a small rural access facility, my pay is a lot less than it would be if I was, say, going to there are some other contracts that I saw like $10,000 a week, and holy crap, that would be fantastic for saving up money. But that's not where I went. I had to think weigh my options. Did I want to go all the way across the country and take a contract for 10 grand a week, and then but be traveling all the way across the country and not be able to see my family, or be able to stay closer to home, still make more money than I was making as a staff nurse at my old hospital, but not be as far away. So um, my contract has been extended for the same pay that I was making before, but I don't know that travel is going to be an option after this one because if the hospitals are doing away with travelers, and again, that's what I heard through the grapevine. That is not something that the hospital has, officially told me. But like, yeah, it's, maybe time to go back to looking for a job close to home. Now, I don't know what that job would be. Let's be honest, the options in some areas are limited for certain people. I don't know. Anyway, um, I love nursing and what I love what I do, but also I'm wondering if it's time to also move on to another endeavor that way, and maybe leave bedside nursing altogether. Um, which is hard to think about because I love bedside nursing, and I've only been a bedside nurse for it's been a little over 6 years, and I do like it, and I don't know. It's hard because it is a very physically demanding job, emotionally demanding, you know, taxing on the sleep and all that for working night shift, which I do like working night shift, but yes, I'm still going to complain about it. Um, I don't know. It's just sorry, I keep looking around. I have an annoying neighbor. You may have seen him on the previous video. He's a little finch. I believe I've looked it up and he's an American goldfinch and he is I don't know, he or she, I'm just calling him he just because I don't know. I'm not a bird expert, but comes to the window every single day. He was at this window just a little bit ago. Was at the bedroom window earlier. The dude wakes me up during my sleep, and he's coming to the window every single day. So I did put out a little bird seed, wild bird seed thing over on the tree back here on the back patio area, which is kind of a cool little area back here. But and I figure I could sit here in the living room, and if he comes back there and eats on that, but I really wish he would stop tapping on the glass. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, I might go get a little. Somebody suggested putting a picture of an owl and putting it on the window, and I might do that on the window that I don't want him tapping on, and encourage it to like be out here in this tree with the bird feeder. Anyway, back to the task at hand here. So I have, sorry, contract extension. It is till August, but I'm looking at being here until now. Um, and staying in this current place, while it's a nice place, it's an Airbnb type location. It's a house. It's actually, this is got multiple units in it. The front part was an office that is now being remodeled. The person who was there vacated, and there's a couple, I think there's a total of I think 3 units in this place. Um, and so the one that I'm in, I think is eventually going to be remodeled, but I know that currently one of them, that office is being remodeled. And while it's nice, and I've shown you the views that I have from the back window and stuff, I mean, it literally looks out on the river. It's a little pricier than I really wanted to pay. I am paying more than double the amount that I pay for my house, my mortgage, and home to stay in this unit. And again, while I appreciate being here and the lady who owns this place has been nothing but nice to me, um, my thought was if I extended my contract, that I would bring my travel trailer, which we just bought last October, haven't even used yet, and bring it down here and stay in that. So today, I happened to be looking at the local Facebook page for this area and found a posting from a woman who said that she was looking to rent out a couple of RV spots. Was anybody interested? So I drove down there and met her, and it turns out it's like back out kind of in the country. There's only 2 spots. It's private land, and she and her husband have been preparing these 2 RV pads. Um, and here's the funny thing. One of my fellow nurses at the hospital that I'm working at showed up to look at it also, him and his wife. So that's kind of cool. If I ended up, I actually put the deposit down on this place today. So I'm going to be staying there. I just don't know what date I'm going to be moving in because I have to go back down or back up to where I live, and we have to get my trailer ready. It's currently still winterized and it's actually still parked. I have it parked at a friend's house. I've got to bring it home, get it all ready, and then bring it here. And so that's going to be a couple weeks before I can get that there. So Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of excited about that little venture. It's gonna be a little bit longer of a drive, like 15, 20 minutes for work. Right now I have a 3-minute commute. Like I'm spoiled with that. So not much more, and it's kind of some back roads, and it doesn't look terrible. I've been up, I went up and down today, and I think it'll be a little quieter during my day sleep because yes, being a night shifter, I sleep during the day, and sometimes here it could be a little loud. I'll probably have to say goodbye to my annoying neighbor friend, the bird. But and I'm sure there's other things there, more wildlife, probably more bugs, but it's all good. But living in my own trailer. So there's water and power and all that good stuff. It'll at least be nice to like the actual unit that I'm being in is mine. So one thing I do hate about living in someone else's property, which is why I don't rent a house anymore, I own because I hate having landlords and I hate having to, like deal with calling a landlord if something's not working or knowing that I can't modify things if I wanted to. I'm only here for a short period of time. It's not like I'm renting this place forever, but it's still kind of, like you always feel like you have to tiptoe and be careful. And, if it's my own trailer, I've got all my stuff in it, all that stuff. I think that'll just be a better thing. Plus, it's a heck of a lot cheaper to stay there than it's going to be, or than what I'm paying here. So that'll be a plus. Because part of the point of doing this travel nursing thing was I wanted to be able to pay off some things, do some things that we need. We have a lot of expenses right now that need to be taken care of. And if we can do those things while I'm making a little bit extra money, then if I go back to making um, what I was making before, even maybe a little less, it depends on what I end up finding out there. Um, because if I'm going to leave bedside nursing, a lot of the non-bedside nursing jobs, non-acute care bedside nursing, even with the nursing license, caught or pay less, and which is sad because I think if a professional with a nursing license deserves to get paid more than like a basketball player. Like, let's be real. But I digress. Um, so yeah, I'm going to plan now for what I'm going to do currently from now until August. Get my trailer, bring it here, live in that, and then decide, what I do want to do long term, whether that is, working from home or working somewhere else. I don't know. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Um, we'd also planned on doing a camping trip this summer in our new trailer. It was kind of like a thing where like we could finally do stuff like that because we really don't do a whole lot anymore. And the only trips we were taking for the past several years was for my daughter's softball. And sports parents will know, especially if they're playing like club teams, travel softball. A lot of our life during the summer was softball. And, when you're playing club ball too, it actually be year round. We were doing the last team she was on, they would play winter tournaments too, which meant indoor softball, which was a whole new world. Um, but we don't have that anymore. She's not playing softball anymore, which part of my little heart is broken. But the other part of me is like, okay, now we can maybe do other things and we could do things together as a family. And one of those things was camping. I wished we had bought this trailer years ago when she was still playing ball because we could have taken it with us to tourneys, but we didn't. This is a new thing for us. So we're going to take the trailer and go on to different camping trips. That's the idea. We had booked one already, but I'm going to cancel that because now that I'm going to be here, the plan now is to have my husband and the kids come here and stay with me since I'm going to be staying in the trailer. And it's already at a beautiful outdoors spot, is where I'm going to be staying. It's, like I said, quiet, kind of in the backcountry area. I think most of the close neighbors will be cows. It'll be fine. So, and if that other nurse, like I said, moves in next door, then, that's the thing. At least when you have a fellow nurse, you could respect the schedule, respect, he knows I'm a night shifter. And so, like if I'm sleeping, like don't bug me, which is all fine. Anyway, so that is my current plan, and we're just gonna have to see where things go from there. But I don't know. I do like it here. It's pretty. And being here through the summer, I think will be good because when I first got here in February, it was cold. It was cold. And now it's nice out. It was 66 degrees today when I got up and I went to the store. Sometimes if I have one day off, like I have one day off here, I don't do a whole lot. But I did manage to go. I got up and got dressed and went to the store and went and grabbed a pizza. And I had been wanting a pizza all week. That's what I was craving. But we don't have like Domino's and DoorDash, which this pizza is way better than Domino's. I went to this place that everybody in town talks about and got a pizza, brought it back here, and didn't really feel like sitting around eating around people. I am tired. I know I've got like the bags under my eyes here. Um, that's what happens when you work all night. And then I only slept for like 3 hours, and then woke up to try to get a couple things done. Hard to sleep all day, especially when your neighbor's banging on the window. Talking to you, bird. Um, but it's all good. So anyway, I hope everybody else is doing good out there. I know that the world is kind of a crazy place, and there are a lot of opinions and a lot of emotions and a lot of different things that are happening right now. I know here in this community, there's people that are affected because I talked to a family um, while at work, and just knowing that they have family overseas is very stressful, and they don't know what's going to happen. Um, especially the area, I guess, where their family's from. So I think right now we just need to also make sure that we are not rushing to judgment and being cognizant of the fact that there are people from all races, nationalities, colors, creeds, all the things that are good, and there are ones that are bad. And, just labeling like all Russian people as evil. And, that's not right. Um, I have my feelings on all those things and, opinions. I actually have a lot of very strong political opinions. I tend to on here keep them to myself. Maybe I'll start like a political rant channel or something. I don't know, because that's a whole nother deal there. Um, but just knowing that there are people all over the world right now that are scared and going through things, and you don't know. And I think we're going to be seeing more effect here. I really do. Um, just send thoughts and love at the very minimum. I think to people, and pray if you pray. I do. Um, because, but I think there are things going on more than meets the eye, and you know, kind of sometimes you have to wait and see how things progress a little more before you can really make a judgment. Snap judgments aren't usually good. So anyway, that is my 2 cents on that. And yeah, like I said, I hope everybody's doing well out there. I will keep doing some more updates. I like doing those little shorts, but does anybody watch them? So if you go through, if you haven't already looked on my channel, there's a whole list of videos, not just my updates, and there's several updates, but I've got lots of different stuff going on. So if you want to like and subscribe and hit the bell to notify, it will notify you when I do upload things if you're interested. If you're not, you don't have to. This is kind of my new little hobby because being here by myself is just like doing something like this is at least a little bit fun and interesting. Anyway, take it easy, and I will see you in the next video, friends. Have a good one.